Hey, you didn't think it was going to turn around then? Why can't you start periscopes with the camera facing you if you're on your iPhone? You have to double tap first of all to sort it out so that it uses the front-facing camera. Let me just move you guys back a bit so I can see you all a bit better. How are you? I'm a little bit late tonight. I just put a post out on Facebook to say that I'll be on at 20 past 10, and the time is 27 minutes past 10 here in the UK. Samir. Hello to you. I'm just this is how rock and roll my life is, guys. It's 10:30 on a Saturday night, and I'm sat in my solo dolo. Hello, and I'm sat in my office drinking hot chocolate. Hello from Azerbaijan. Wow, I don't think I've ever had a viewer from Azerbaijan before. California, peace, amazing. Hi from Texas. Wow, I'm in the UK. For those who don't know me, my name is Ross. I'm an actor, I'm a voiceover artist. Hey, Archie's here as well. And Nina's here. Nina, hello. And I scope most evenings. I've committed to doing 30 days of scopes just to see how this kind of goes, how it fits into my life and my business and evening. Laura, how are you doing? To see how this kind of fits in, to my life and what I'm doing, and I love it. We're creating a nice little Periscope community here, aren't we? I feel like I'm getting to know you guys every night that we're coming on. For these 30 days, for those who don't know me, I'm also hi, Christine Dalby's here. Christine, how are you? How are we doing? So yeah, for those who aren't familiar, I also am obsessed. We invite you to Azerbaijan. Well, who knows? One day I might be there. I am obsessed with mindset, with positive psychology and motivation and success, really. And I have studied it for a number of years now, and I thought it was about time that I created a course. I'm an actor myself, but a course specifically for actors on mindset, because the acting industry, although all these things I'm going to be talking about on these scopes apply to everybody, the acting industry is a particularly tough industry that plays on, Richie's here, that plays on a lot of people's, limiting beliefs, fears, all kinds of insecurities, I guess. The topic for tonight, this is a really popular one. Every time I spoke about this in the past, I've never spoken about it on a Periscope before, but I've written quite a few articles on this, and it's quite ironic that I'm talking about this on a social media platform. But over the past sort of 3 or 4 years, the rise of social media, it's insane now, in terms of how integrated it is within our lives. I mean, I'm doing this every night, for instance. If Periscope didn't exist, there'd be no way of me getting myself out there talking to you guys. But we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Pinterest, we've now got Periscope. People use Snapchat, lots and lots of social media platforms. I personally, for my business and as an actor, I find really useful Twitter, Facebook, Periscope are they're the main ones. Instagram particularly, sometimes for pictures. If I'm doing anything exciting, I'll post pictures on as well. But there's some massive downsides with social media as well, that if we're not careful and aware of, can absolutely just kind of destroy us. The first thing is it can take over our lives in terms of time. I mean, how much time, guys, have you today? This isn't wasted time, what you're doing now. We're gonna have a nice chat for 20 minutes. But how much time have you spent on social media today looking at, say, what your competition is doing, as opposed to doing things for yourself and what you could be doing? I will admit there have been times as an actor I've been for auditions and I have waited a week and I've still not heard anything, and I might know 2 other people up for that role. I've been known to keep a very close eye on their social media daily, maybe kind of hourly occasionally, to check whether they're tweeting about anything, whether they've got the role or not, just to see whether I should still be waiting with my fingers crossed. I've wasted time doing that. How many times will you go down your Twitter feed and you will see other people in your industry, and you'll see them tweet about a job, and then maybe you get that feeling where you're like, oh God, that's another person who's got a job. I haven't worked in months. Stalker, says Meredith. I've been a little bit of a stalker from time to time, but this is the kind of thing that social media can do to you, because you have such access to other people's lives. Back in the day, you'd have gone to an audition, you'd have done your thing, and you'd have gone home, and if you've not heard about it in a week, there'd be no way for you to kind of check up whether anyone else is going to have got that job or not. But now, our fingertips, we have a phone on us almost 24 hours a day, and it's just so easy to access other people's lives, and it can become kind of unhealthy. So that's the first thing, is kind of you end up wasting your time. Second thing, like I was saying there, is we end up comparing ourselves to everybody else on social media. Now, it's a bit of a kind of false kind of front stage, I guess, social media. So what happens generally, I don't know about you guys, but I will really only post on social media great things in my life that I want people to see and go, well, you know what, for my business it's useful if I am promoting the jobs that I'm doing, or if I've got an acting job or a voiceover job. I run a voiceover training company, so every time I do a voiceover job, I might tweet a picture of me at the voiceover job, which, you know, which makes sense, because if people are then going to look up my life, if they're going to come and replace social media with Act On This. Yeah, I run a healthy social media website called Act On This for the acting community. But yeah, you know, I will post pictures from voiceover jobs that I do, because then if people want to look up to see whether they should come on my training course, they're going to want to know if I've got any credentials and if I'm any good. So if they look down my social media and go, wow, well, you know, this guy, thank God, touch wood, I'm very successful in voiceover. You know, I do 4 or 5 jobs a week, which is amazing. Very, very grateful for that, incredibly fortunate. But if people are going to look down my Twitter feed, I want them to see that so that they trust me to then go, well, this guy can train us. Vishal's back. Vishal, good evening to you. And so therefore I'm only putting out really the things on my social media that people want, you know, I want people to see. So that's my front stage. In my backstage, okay, I've got loads of stuff going on in my life that I don't want to tweet about. Good evening, Vishal. Yeah, how are you doing? Hope you're well. So yeah, there's lots of things in my backstage, sorry, that are messy. You know, like there would be backstage at a theatre. You know, on the stage, everything is shiny and glamorous. Facebook, feeljealousofme.com. Yeah, exactly, Meredith. No, it really is. So I only you know, put my front stage stuff out there. My backstage stuff stays backstage. You know, I don't put that out there. But people don't seem to kind of appreciate that and get that. So they will see other actors and other people in their industries, depending on what industry you are in, you know, effectively saying, hey, look at my tweets and stuff that are based loosely on my true life story, loosely. And they don't put out, you know, oh, just been for an audition today, got my lines wrong, feel terrible about it, you know, could kick myself. We don't really put those posts out. Occasionally, you will get those attention seekers on Facebook who just write something like, oh, God damn it, and then they don't write anything else, just so that everyone comes to their attention and go, oh, hey, what's the matter? Oh, I'll private message you. That's just nonsense attention seeking. But you generally won't get people putting out, you know, just everyday negative stuff on their Twitter if they want to be seen in a good light, you know, and as a business. So remember that. If you compare your backstage to somebody's front stage, you're going to feel bad all the time. When you look down that Twitter feed and you just see all these other people around you who you go, oh, they're all working and I'm not working, you're going to feel bad. Okay, so don't do that. Compare, as I put in the title of this Periscope, compare and despair. It really is so true, and it's so cliched as well. I'm going to say this, but you really are your only competition, and the only person you want to be better than is the person that you were yesterday. You don't want to be chasing other people's front stages, because they're only loosely based on a true story. A friend of mine, an actress the other day, this is really interesting, I didn't know this existed, but she took a photograph of us. We went out just to have a coffee and a catch up, and she got the waitress to take a picture of us. And she went, oh, have you seen this new app? And it's something like, I think it's called Facetune. And she basically put the photograph into this app on her phone, pressed a button, and it instantly, in like one click, smoothed out all our faces, made us look younger, widened our eyes, brightened our teeth, all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, it's like, you know, instant Photoshop for your pictures. And then these are the pictures that you're seeing online. So another thing that we need to realize is the stuff that, you know, there's a lot of body image stuff online that people are very conscious of. And Instagram, it's a big one on Instagram. A lot of people, guys and girls, taking pictures of themselves. Selfie central, isn't it? Selfie central. They must have taken 200 shots to get the perfect shot of themselves. And then not only do they get that perfect shot that they think they look great in, they'll face tune it. So you go and you have a look at that and you go, oh my God, look, this girl, this guy, they're beautiful. I feel so ugly, I can never live up to that. I'm just second class human being. And you're comparing yourself to actually something that's unattainable. that doesn't exist for anybody. That person doesn't even look like that. And that was an eye-opener for me to go, wow, this technology's there that will really kind of, you know, utterly destroy people's self-esteem if they aren't aware of it, you know. And if you're just looking down feeds and you're going, all these people are better than me, they're working more than me, they're better looking than me, all this kind of stuff. So I really just want to say that for tonight. Don't compare what's going on in your backstage to what's going in someone else's front stage. One of the most sad, like, terrible examples of this I ever saw was with the actor Robin Williams. If you looked at his tweet, his last ever tweet that he sent, I think it was about 7 days before he passed away, and it was a tweet about one of his films. I think it was Nightmare at the Museum, one of the sequels of that film, and it was promoting that film, and it's a really happy, smiley tweet. If you looked at his profile picture, he's beaming with a smile, and it was like 7 days later, the guy took his own life. So anybody who would have been comparing their backstage to his front stage before that would have gone, wow, Robin's got an amazing life. That guy is so made. He's got all the money in the world. People love him. He's hilarious. He's just done this new film with all these wicked people in it. And then little do you know, that guy is dying inside. Literally 7 days later, he didn't think he could go on. He took his own life. And that's just a massively, sad story. He was famed for saying, there's only something like the only thing worse than feeling lonely is being surrounded by people and still feeling lonely. And I think social media, that's some social media up to a T. You might be surrounded on your Facebook wall by 500 people, 600 people. I said this in last night's Periscope. I think I might only kind of socialise properly in person with maybe a dozen of those people that are on my Facebook wall, and yet I'm surrounded by all these people. So if you're not in a good place and you're comparing yourself to those people, exactly, none of us know what's going on behind closed doors. If you're just comparing yourself to people's front stages, it's such a biased kind of view of skewed view of their lives. So just don't do it, guys. Remember, you are your only competition. If you agree with that, give me some hearts. See what colours we've got, hearts we've got tonight. Tap the screen. We've got some browns coming in. Come on, purples, blues, pink. Yes, keep firing them up. I see other people's periscopes and they're just flooding. let's get some hearts flooding out. But yeah, it really, social media can be damaging. So there's two ways you can deal with this. Number one is delete all your social media profiles. That's not going to happen, is it? Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to do that. The other thing, well, there's three actually. The second thing you can do is do a purge. I haven't done this, but I see a lot of people on Facebook going, just on a Facebook purge, and a few people have said, oh, it feels great when you just basically go, right, I don't even know these guys, these people who I've connected with on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and if there's someone who you're following on Twitter who is your competition and you think it's unhealthy to constantly be looking at what they're doing, stop following them. Just delete them, purge them from Facebook, stop following them on Instagram, don't get their pictures on your feed. The third thing you can do, and I think this is quite cool, is let's lead by example. Okay, let's be leaders. Okay, the best leaders in the world create other leaders and don't create followers. Okay, so that's really powerful. Let's start tweeting and Facebooking things that aren't always perfect. And I don't mean start doing those stupid tweets and Facebook posts looking for attention, but let's just kind of like start tweeting and Facebooking and Instagramming and Periscoping a slightly more realistic version of our lives, where not everything is perfect and not every photo that we tweet or anything is photoshopped, face-tuned or filtered. Let's start showing that not everything is as shiny as it always is, but in a good way, in a humorous way. Laugh at yourself. Go, oh my God, can you believe this has just happened? Not everything has to be perfect and kind of look at me. So remember, yeah, leaders, true leaders, create other leaders. Okay, false leaders create followers. And I think that's what a lot of people try and do on social media, and then when they don't have a following, they just feel like rubbish. I mean, I would do these periscopes, seriously. I mean, Nina, right? Nina's watching. I have, if you're an actor, by the way, we've got a private Facebook group for a mindset course that I'm bringing out later, well, early next month, called Bulletproof Actor. Go to facebook.com/groups/Bulletproof Actor, and I will add you to the group. So I just went on there and did a little Facebook post going, hey guys, I'm going to be periscoping at 10 tonight UK time. anybody's about, you know, tune in. Nina said, oh, I'm another, like, Billy No Mates, so I'll be there. But even if Nina was the only one on this Periscope tonight, I would still have got online and I would have done this, you know, because it doesn't matter to me who's following me. No fat drunk UK girls. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. But yeah, I would have got on here and done this anyway. Because I don't value, my self-worth is not measured on followers, who favourites my tweets, who retweets my tweets. People who follow my social media accounts will see what I post, and you know, if people don't like it or follow it or whatever, YouTube, if they give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down, I don't care, I don't mind. You know, I'm doing this for me because I'm trying to get better at it and I want to improve, and these Periscopes really help me in my business for kind of, you know, getting in front of the camera and just talking to people and coming across more naturally, and I just really enjoy it. It's nice to talk to people. Cheers, Archie. I think, you know, people just need to realise that they're worth so much more than the favourites and the likes and the retweets from lots of people who they will probably never even meet in real life. I had people, an actress last week said, oh my god, I'm losing followers for the first time in my life on Twitter. And I'm like, why do you care? You don't even know. Oh, low battery again, I'm getting in, guys, so I just turn that off. Why do you care? You don't even know the people who are leaving you, you know, who aren't following you anymore, because, you know, this girl had like 135,000 followers. It doesn't matter. You're never gonna meet these people. Twitter schmitter, says Nina. Exactly. I mean, I love the social media is so powerful and can be so positive. I mean, look what it does for charity. You know, when we all did the Ice Bucket Challenge last year, you know, and there's other appeals going on all the time. I use it when I run marathons, and you know, I put my Just Giving page out there. It can be super, super, super positive if you use it for the right means, but it can also, if you fixate on it, eat you alive and just become very, very negative, and make you feel bad. So really, it's just about being aware of how you can make social media serve you, and so that you don't serve it. It's as simple as that. So that's the message for tonight, guys. Yeah, just be aware. Don't compare your backstage to anyone else's front stage. You're your only competition, and be a leader who creates other leaders, who doesn't just create followers. So that's kind of it for tonight. If you enjoy these scopes, as I say, I'm doing these. This is, I think, number 7. I'm doing 30 days every single night if you're in the UK from 10 p.m. Around 10 p.m. between 10 and half past anyway. I do them in the evening because people are around, and also because I've got a day's worth of things to reflect on. So it gives me things to, you know, to talk about that are going to be new every time, and current. If you like these Periscopes, if you're on an iPhone, you can swipe left to right and you can follow me. You can also share this with your Twitter followers and I think Facebook and stuff like that. If you're on an Android device, if you swipe from bottom to top, you can follow me there as well. And you can share it with your followers. I'd really appreciate it if you did those when you're on these scopes. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope everyone's having a brilliant weekend. It's now what, 11:15, and we're all in at home probably. So people aren't out having a great time in the clubs and the bars. 4:30 Central in US, says Meredith. Wow. So Meredith, did you say you were Texas? Is it Texas you were from? And Solo, is it Solo? Where were you from? You were the States as well, weren't you? Let me know. Archie, no problem, mate. Thanks for coming on, and I hope your voiceover stuff's going well, because we'll get you in the studio next. It's only a week away. Meredith's in Texas. Well, that's awesome. Honestly, cheers, guys. It's great. California as well. I'm visiting Los Angeles in about a month's time, sometime early November. 2:45 p.m. there. I did a podcast with a guy, a great guy actually. You should follow him as well, guys. Someone I would really recommend if you're into mindset and health, high performance, really, health and mindset. Check out a guy called Mark Dharma, MarkDhamma. He's a great friend of mine. just did a podcast with him yesterday. We're setting up a business together in Los Angeles, and he features a lot in the upcoming mindset course that I'm publishing in October as well. So check him out, Mark Dharma. Great guy. Awesome. So that's it for tonight, guys. Have an amazing time or amazing afternoon, you guys in LA. And remember, yeah, social media is ironic, isn't it, that we're doing this on social media? But social media does not equal your self-worth. You're way better than that. Just remember that, okay? Are you just starting? Unfortunately, Nosy Parker, we're not. But there's going to be a replay. Well, you can catch the replay, obviously, on Periscope anyway. And I also upload these replays to YouTube as well. So they Act on This YouTube channel. So I run a website for actors called actonthis.tv. You can check Act on This out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and online. And you can watch the replays as well. Thanks so much. Cheers, Laura. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 o'clock UK time, probably 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the US, wherever you are. And I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Bye for now.